Alright, so part 5, I think. Um, okay, we're doing the breasts and we're doing the hips and we're doing the dress. We'll try to keep that in like 20 minutes. Alright, so breasts and hips ought to be pretty easy. Alright, so let's try to get a decent picture of her breasts. Somewhat flaccid, but I mean, look at the amount of meat she has to work with. Not a lot, yeah. Alright, so, and we need a little butt. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Control tab, go into sculpt mode. And let's try to do a little something. Where's my glove at? Seem to have lost my glove. There it is. Alright. Try to do a little something. Alright. Okay, so I don't know how well you can hear me. Alright, let's see what we got here. Putting on my glove. Yeah, should have had that done right. Let me wiggle my screen so you know I'm still here. Alright. Now we're ready. Okay, so let's work on these breasts here. Let's see what our verts look like. Okay, not bad. Alright. So, just gonna add a little bit on the clay strips brush there. Matter of fact, let me resize this thing here. Maybe somewhere over here. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna say that's gonna be them right there. Go ahead and invert that. Add a little bit here. Not much bigger than that. Alright, add a little bit of inflation. Where are we at? 0.27. It's not terribly bad. I want to pull the rib cage out more because it does come out a little more, and then all this will kind of be sunken in. It's gonna sit, you know, it is a cage after all, so therefore, you know, you want to try to make that, you know, visible. And no, we won't be seeing much of this on the character, but still, don't negate by habit parts of the what do you say, parts of the model that you may be in what's the word I'm looking for? Not inaccurate, but how do you put that? You're trying to negate parts of the model that you know that you need work on. Don't do that. Just tackle it. How are you gonna get better if you don't tackle it? Constantly avoiding the issue, deal with it, and then you get better, and then it becomes less of an issue, right? And also use just a host of references, whether you're working on realistic models or even stylized. This is considered stylized. Like the glutamus, or the gluteus maximus wraps around the uh, body. I don't know if I said that correctly, but it doesn't just pop off the back like you might think. If you look at anatomy, it seems to like draw itself over across the. I think this is what is this muscle called? I can't think. I hate that I don't know the names of these muscles very well, and I look at them frequently, but I just can't recall the name. Whatever the muscle is for the femur, the huge one, it's like the rectus femoris, I think. It wraps across the outside of that on the lateral side, so like it would like wrap across there, but not that way. It goes this way, pulls across because it's a muscle, so it really assists in walking. It's pretty neat. Like I say it a few times. The body is divinely designed. Okay, let's see here. And I know I'm not going to be seeing a lot of this, so I don't want to get like too in depth into it, but still want to have it there. Girls usually have like that little pooch here. They do. Women have more subcutaneous fat than men naturally. Like they do. It's natural. They're supposed to. So I'll give her that little pooch. All right. Well, here comes a moment of truth. I gotta revox this because it's getting nasty. So let's see what we get. Right now we're sitting there. Here's why. Just so you see why. You can see here, let's look at the front here. You can see that these polygons are stretching. So a couple things I could do. I could do download topology in this area alone. That is one option, yes. Or I could just revox it. I don't know. I guess we'll shoot for the latter, I guess. Or as you were, the former, because since I mentioned that, I guess we'll try that. So I'm going to press N. I'm going to go to my tools here. We're doing this in sculpt mode. Control D, and I'm using the clay strips brush. So we're going to hit Shift F to kill the strength on that. And then let me show you which brush I'm using. What I mean is, I'm doing brush detail. You got all these little options here. You got relative detail, constant detail, and brush detail, and manual detail. So I'm doing brush detail. And what that is based on the size of my brushes, based on the density that I'm going to get on my new topology. So I haven't touched it yet. So now we're about to touch it. And that's what we're looking at. It's going to be that dense in that area. So I think that'll be sufficient. And then hit Control D. So now we're out of download topology. You can kill that menu there. And then bring back some of the strength on this brush. And we're going to smooth this out. That way, I didn't re-down a mesh, the entire mesh. And I got what I wanted to accomplished. So let me add a little bit of meat. That little pooch, you know what I'm talking about? That little pooch. Alright, these hips, they usually come out like right around here. Wherever the iliac crest is. So that would be, in this girl, right about here-ish. So we'll just grab all this and pull it up a little bit more. And then pull these out just a hair. Maybe throw some meat on that. And speaking of which, I need to, we'll say that's good. And then I need to like carve down in here. Okay, so we're gonna switch this crease brush from the sharp fall off that I have it on and go to smooth. That should be smooth. Shift, let me think here. Shift F, crank this up a little bit. Yeah, that might be a little bit too high. Something like that. Buff that out. Good old smooth brush. She lost her butt. I don't know how. I guess I never put it on there. Speaking of which, I need to like make that little dent, little dip or whatever, right about here-ish. I think it's like at the base of the, what is that? The lumbar vertebrae at the base there. You want to do that. And then for this crack here, it's not really a crack, but where the, you know, the very noticeable buttocks line is, the separation, whatever you want to call it, the separation between the two muscles. I want to kill the symmetry on this momentarily, so we can do that. And really, also, I think I'm gonna do this, the same deal that I did. So Control D, turn on the download topology, turn on my wireframe so I can see how I'm gonna adjust this. Shift F and kill the strength on that, so that I can just add a little bit of topology here, something like that, maybe a little bit more dense, something like that. All right, cool, that'll work. And then kill the download topology, and we can add power or strength now. What am I using? The clay strips. I want to switch back to the crease brush. All right, so now you could use a line for this. You could use just, I don't know, it depends on how you want to do this. Okay, so now we'll switch, turn back on the symmetry. I have a hotkey for that. It's pretty easy to turn on symmetry. And now that I say that, I can't even remember how to do it. Sorry. That sucks. I can't, like, it's not readily coming to mind for some reason. A lot of people don't like hotkeys, but it does speed up your workflow once you get used to them. Alright, I'm gonna say that's good. It's good enough for government wake. Alright, what else? We got the breasts, we got the hips, something. We got something we can call hips.